Hi.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning, coach.
Welcome back, everyone. I invite all the guys who are seeing it from different locations, international locations. Welcome. I'm Ganesh Srinivasan. Today is 5th April, and we are into our area of idea mastery. We just finished our anti-procrastination pill, had a discussion about how much awareness that we carry in the day, right? And today's topic is also going to be something connected with that. And the topic is mindful breathing. How many of you know what mindful means, and particularly mindful breathing is? You're aware? Yeah, great. So in a sense, it is being aware, right? Oftentimes what happens is, like, we think about various things, we get so involved, particularly during a transaction or when you are getting angry. In case you're not speaking, please go on mute. Particularly when we are getting these moods, angry, happy, we lose the awareness of what kind of feeling that we are going through. So here is a way where you can practice, particularly those closers who are practicing really deep, just 2 minutes every day as part of the dojo. Do a deep breathing, right? So with awareness, the reason is the breathing is connected with prana, and the moment we kind of slow down the breathing, the prana is slowed down, and in general, that changes our state of mind. So let's invite Dada. And Dada did a late night yesterday. So we had a program called God Mode, where everybody is brought to the level where they can start doing the business and being successful also. And phenomenal level of awareness. And it went almost like till morning 5:30 a.m. So I think Dada has done a night out non-stop. So let's give a hand to all the people who are part of this God Mode program, and to Dada also. Continuation.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning uska hota hai jiska night hota hai.
Good morning.
So since we are also on live and there are a lot of people who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook and multiple other places, there is something beautiful today morning also. Okay. And many of us, we do this gratitude, okay, of our life, an attitude of gratitude that we call it as. So how many of you guys feel blessed early morning when you inhale and exhale the first conscious air in your life? Okay, so there are 4 stages according to Shastras of your self. The first one is called as awakened stage. The second one is called as the sleeping stage. Third one is called as the dreaming stage. And the fourth one is called as the conscious stage. Today, the topic is a little different, where we are going to talk about something which is there in all the stages. So you are breathing in the awakened stage, deep sleep stage, dreaming stage, and also in the conscious stage of breathing. So how many of you are aware of this? Okay. How many will actually do that? So people who are watching this, if you want to get a detailed structure of what conscious breathing can do to your life, How about if I show you that there are 20 such amazing things that can happen when you practice this mindful breathing? How many would love to see that? Okay, good. So today I have a different code. In fact, you have to type in Dada for life, okay, in a hashtag. And this is not here. This is not here. You need to go to the YouTube, and there in the comment section do that. Like yesterday, we have shared you an amazing information about the fear of failures. You might find that link somewhere there. Today, you will be getting something which I would like to share with you. You are going to get this one. Okay, just a second. Hold on. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. So you are going to get the ultimate guide for mindful breathing. So where I will also let you know about the different kind of mindful breathing are there. So what is mindful breathing, the benefits of mindful breathing, the science behind the conscious breathing, practicing how to do that, and common challenges and many other things. Okay. Today, I would also like to quote from a very beautiful book which talks about the poem of breathing. By the way, let me also tell you, very recently, I had been into a place which is called as the Pyramid Valley in Bangalore, where they teach you about a structure called as Anapanasati. If you do not know, how many of you know Anapanasati? Raise your hands if you know what is Anapanasati. Awesome, nice. So this is a very, very traditional way of telling people how to take breath. Even though when you are born, I always tell you that breathing and all those things is definitely not required. But when it comes to closing deals, when it comes to businesses, there are times where you have to find out the pain of the prospect. Yes or no? Correct? No pain, no gain. Yes or no? But imagine if you are a closer and you are closing almost like 10 deals per day. That means you need to find the pain and problem of 10 different prospects every day. You become the counselor, and it will be very difficult for you to get out of that negativity, because when people start talking about their pain and problems and frustrations and other issues, it can give a different kind of a negative impact when you start digging into all these things. Yes or no? Right? So how do you come out of this? And how does Anapanasati can actually help you out? So this document, just type in Dada for life and in the comment section, in the YouTube video, and I'm going to give you this entire document. Plus, you will also learn about the 20 different things by which you can get benefited by these conscious breathing techniques. There is a technique in which we do count on claps. Now, as a closer, as a business a closer or a deal closer, many a times we see certain things gives us very uncomfortable situations. Yes or no? Okay. And I'm not talking about objections and rejections, but I'm talking about something which becomes very complicated things. Might be you do not know about the subject. Might be it is very harsh for you. Might be it is just a deal which is just going out of your hand. Might be it is a deal which is too big for you to handle. At different parts of such kind of businesses, our emotion level gets into a different kind of up and down in frequency. Yes or no? Right? So this is not only about deals. In our day-to-day life also, it happens the same way. Just imagine if you meet your ex-girlfriend suddenly when you are traveling with your kids. Now, you will have a different kind of a breathing. Yes or no? Right? Or else you met somebody who has probably done some kind of a business with you, which was not very satisfactory, and you know that that was not satisfactory. You will again have a different kind of an emotions. Yes or no? So at many times, there are so much of peculiarities happens with these emotions. That's why inside FEST, which is the Finance Excellence Strategy Technocrats, people are taught about certain techniques which are very lethal, very deep, where people are trained like Navy SEALs, where they learn about such kind of things by which, it is like just a very simple, plain surface on top. Whether it is a high, whether it is a low, they still remain silent. These are certain attributes you will be able to see in some of the greatest people who are the amazing businessmen. For example, Ratanji Tata. Example, the Oyo Room founder. There was an event, I don't know how many of you know this, you can go back and check the video clips. When everyone was clapping and saying, wow, you have done a great job, he was very silent. On the same side, when there was a big crash in his company, he was still placid. So how many of you know the story that this shall pass away? Raise your hand. If you know the story, this shall pass away. So breathing is an area where it is there in all the 4 different states of a human life, whether you are awake, whether you are sleeping, whether you are in dreaming state, or whether you are in a conscious stage also. That is called mindful stage. So how you can use this mindful conscious breathing to control your emotions and your structures, and you become very, very placid, very calm, and let the prospect share their heart out to you. How can you do all these things? So there is a very simple structure that has been shared out here. So today we have a different kind of a task, okay? And this task you are not going to do today here. Hello. So people who are watching this video, you can send a message back to support@amitnath.in, or you can send a WhatsApp, or probably you can send some kind of a link of a video inside your this thing. I have a gift for you. I told you the gift. I'm going to give you this entire 20 structure of what mindful breathing can do for you. Now, what is the task? The task is to practice deep breathing when you are thinking. Now, this is something I will not be able to figure it out. Only you can do it. I want you to breathe in and breathe out just by focusing on your nostrils, but having a different kind of emotions in your brain. For example, comedy. For example, something serious, something very sad, and something very frustrating or very much that can raise your anger. Check that you can actually control your breathing with your breathing, your emotions as well. Yes or no? Okay. It is a different kind of a technique. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to place your hand just out of your nostrils and focus here on the nostrils. Okay. You will be able to see the breath coming out. Look at the speed of the breath, the volume of the breath, and the speed of inhalation and exhalation. And I want you to do one thing is sit for 2 minutes. In this 2 minutes, 30 seconds to 40 seconds, take one particular emotion. Might be something very funny. Might be you remember an old joke. Might be the next 30 seconds, see on something which is very serious, something very sad, and you check your breath. And then you figure it out how to practice this so that you get a plain amplitude of breath every time. How many of you guys are getting super excited? Because this has to be done with a guided structures. Typically, openly, I'm telling you, I am not in favor of meditation, breath, affirmation, and inspiration. But this is the science. This is the pure science where you learn about controlling your emotions so that you can go to the higher frequency of the prospect and thereby create a different kind of PIC, okay, psychological illusion creation systems by which you can close a deal. How many of you think this is very lethal? Very, very lethal. It needs practice. So this is what you are going to do. You'll be practicing this deep breath exercise for 2 minutes every day in your dojo. The first thing that you are going to do is put it in your Facebook group, and people who are watching this on YouTube, send a message, okay, show me how you have done that. How do you feel about it? Write it in the comment section. Every technique, everything, if I say just like this, it becomes a very bookish language. So what we typically do is I give you my examples and reflections so that you learn when I start demonstrating this. So reflect how mindful breathing has affected your ability to focus. You will be able to see when you control your breath, when it is very, very serious and very sad, your breath, or you are very much on anxiety or you are afraid, your breath will start to increase in deep sequences. Yes or no? Right? But at that point of time, if you know how to control your breath, you will be able to control your emotions. Always remember, the person who can control the emotions is the king. Is always the king, right? People don't care about how much hard work you've done, how much seriousness you are. Everyone looks at the result, and result is only possible when you can practice. Bhagavad Gita is one of the amazing principles of forgetting everything, living everything, and then sharing your life through. And that is only possible when you control over your emotions. It's very difficult, but when you come to fest, you start doing all these things every day. So this is a small part of a technique which we typically don't reveal. Today, I'm revealing in front of so many people out there. This is something that can help you a lot. I'm giving you a tip of an iceberg how to do this. I'm not going into the detail of what nerves happens, what timing what happens, how do you drink water, how do you manage your food, what all things happens at different parts of the day. I'm not going to talk about this. So how is this super powerful thing can help you to close deals? I am more concerned with the business part of it. Today, with this entire activity, you would be doing it for 2 minutes and you can share your reviews in the Facebook group. And we will select just 2 people, okay? 2 people who wants to volunteer, raise your hands. We're going to ask you a very simple thing, okay? Who wants to come? 2 people, you can just raise your hands, okay? So we can have Anil Kumar and Abhijit. So listen, the entire purpose of today's session is to create a transcendence. Every day when you come to Dham Mastery, in this particular session, I give you 4 things. I give you a topic. Today's topic is mindful breathing or conscious breathing. I give you a task. I give you the task of 2 minutes of controlling your breath with different kind of emotions, which other people might not be able to see. Only you will be able to do that. Number 3, I give you my reflections of what is my demonstration of it, what is my thinking, what is my abilities out there. And the last one is called transcendence, Pran Pratishtha. So today in the transcendence, this is what I have for you. This conscious presence actually helps you to stay in the moment and cultivate awareness of your thought and emotions. This is so much of power that anything happens around you, you will be able to see the present state of your being, that you are alive, you need to do a work, and this is what is good or bad for you. So the 2 volunteers, you can just unmute yourself and share about what do you feel about today's topic, just about today's topic. So we'll start with Anil, then we'll go to Abhijit. Quickly.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Go ahead, Anil.
I'll have to be speak about the situation, right?
Just talk about how do you feel about today's topic. You might not know how to do that because since you are joining new, but I would like to ask you about how did you feel about today's topic? It is little different, little deeper. It needs a different kind of things. If you have never done, it will be little absurd for you. But I would like to know, how did you feel about today's topic?
So the topic is very good. I find since I'm belongs to the sales, so I have many of the times where I have been find myself uncomfortable. So in
Correct.
that case, such tech will work. That is
Absolutely. Good. So here is my reflections. So assume Anil and me, we have a deal and the deal size is, let's say, 2 crores. And suddenly Anil says, okay, Dada, we are not going to do the deal. Now I have done my presentation, participation, 2-3 months I've been following up. I have taken all the pains to create the paperwork, finances, licenses, auditing, and all these things. And suddenly when you say, no, we are not going to do the deal, what will be my breathing? Hello? Did you get that? Okay.
correct.
But what if I can just remain calm and I can use certain of the power questions that we teach inside FEST, by which we can change the entire game, and in less than 10 minutes, you sign the deal and you beg for my work. How does that sound? Powerful? Okay. So that's the power of conscious breathing. Okay. So where, just imagine if you're talking to me and it's a big deal and I feel like, no, did you feel me? I've been working, sir. Did you see that? But on the other side, if you practice conscious breathing, your voice will be like this. Okay. So I see that you are not interested in the deal. So before we close these sessions, I don't have a problem, but is it okay to ask you, like, what was the reason for that? Did you understand the difference?
Right.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on to the next person. Abhijit, quickly tell me. We have got 1 minute more.
It's a beautiful session, and I feel like it should have been already covered. And you have talked about this, but not in this detail. So I can share a lot of things on this. And basically, when I was finding very great difficulties in my behavior, I actually controlled this thing with my breathing. And by learning that, I did not help myself, but when I was conducting a few sessions with my employees at two different places, 10 to 20 people, I gave them a beautiful feeling, and I could see a big change in their perspective and output also.
Give a big round of applause, because I think this is something that you are getting results. Okay, we can have one more person quickly who can talk about it. Who wants to go? Quick. Okay, Dhananjay sir, go ahead. Just talk about how do you feel about today's topic, then we can talk about
it's an amazing technique. And the way you have explained it is, and how we can use it for business is super. And I'm looking forward to going through that literature that we are going to receive. Dada, we also use this in acting. This is called breathing. One has to watch his breath and understand the breathing type. So all of a sudden, if I have to get angry in for a particular moment, I have to understand how I breathe when I'm angry, and I start breathing that time. So the breathing can actually
okay.
Take you
so
I think
we can learn this from you. Okay, suddenly if I ask you, okay, hey, this is an anger scene, and since Mr. Dhananjay is into acting, okay, let me tell you this, we do anger closing also. How many of you know this? Okay, sometimes we do an anger closing also. Okay, so I would like to probably request Dhananjay sir, can you just take 30 seconds and show me your anger right now just by increasing your breathing? Okay, now can you use some words out there and show your distrust, or probably show your aggression mode here with the breathing? As a client, let's say I come to you and probably something didn't happen, and I said, okay, no deals.
What do you mean? What do you mean, no deal? You think I'm a fool? I've been working on it for so long, and you say right now that there is no deal?
Wow, big round of applause to Dhananjay sir. Awesome, nice.
And I can just be very calm.
Great. So did you see?
God, you're looking so beautiful.
Beautiful, yes. So
you're looking like a song to me.
Exactly. So, in closing, it is more of a psychology and an acting put together in a voice modulation format. If you know how to do that, right now, as I'm talking to you, you will find this is a great thing. And it all starts with your breathing, the amount of water, amount of air that you take it from your nostrils. Sometimes we go deeper and we take the breathing from our mouth. So when you take the breathing from our mouth, it becomes a different emotions. When you take the breathing from your nose, it's a different emotions. When you take the breathing to your chest, it's a different emotions. If it is the breathing from your belly, it's a different emotion. Anyone getting an aha moment here? It is very deep. It is very, very deep. And people who are watching this is not even a tip of an iceberg, what you learn in Fest. It is not even a tip of an iceberg.
Dada, I just want to add one more sentence.
Sure, go ahead.
The breathing is the only thing which we can control voluntarily, as well as it can happen involuntarily.
Wow. So in Fest, what we do is, before I go to Fest, I would like to tell you. So when initially, first time when I bought my car, and I was very new in driving, I was technically driving like this, and my tongue was sticking out, and my eyes were popped open, and I was like this. The amount of pressure that I was putting on my steering, I could have taken the steering off. How many of you are understanding this? Okay. But when you start to get into the practice mode, then just with a single hand, you can steer your steering. Yes or no? So closing is similarly like that. Initially, you will have a lot of stress. But once you learn the grammar of it, it is not an art. It is a grammar. It is a science. Only thing is you need to practice this, and then you become a skilled artisan for this. Then it will be very simple. Like how I can actually drive a car with a single hand now, with a single finger. one hand outside, listening to music, you know, probably that's how I can try. So it's the same way. So I hope this session was powerful. How many of you think this session was very powerful? Awesome, nice. You need to practice this out. So for those people who are watching this on video on YouTube and many other places, you can go to the YouTube, comment there as Dada for Life. And I have this entire book that I have written. I'm going to be giving back to you. How does that sound? Back to back, a lot of gifts are coming to you. Not here, just go to the YouTube link and you can support there and subscribe, share, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But here is what I want you to do. Go ahead and practice this out. So with that, let me pause the session here and I will be back with some amazing topics very shortly tomorrow. With that,